He drops back, throws.
No!
It's intercepted.
Welcome, boys and girls. I am Flipper55 with Fat Finger Gaming, and this is a Week 2 recap of Fat Finger's Gaming's continued coverage of the 2015 college football season. It's just going to be a quick good, the bad, the ugly, and then a little look at what you're going to expect oncoming in the next week, and as far as game broadcasts and stuff. And in a couple weeks we'll start showing off who's getting the best recruits and all that. But right now let's just stick to a quick good, the bad, the ugly. And first thing off the bat is the good. Let's get down to Michigan. It's Michigan actually with the good. They are off to 2-0 start with John Harbaugh. And in fact, actually, it's not just Michigan. It is Derek Green for the second week in a row. He's rushed for over 200 yards. Now he has a bruised shoulder, so he's going to be out there next game. But he has started the season with two 200-yard games, which has allowed Michigan to get up to 2-0 season. The bad, if you were watching, if you actually watched, I thought it was going to be a complete blowout. It was not. The bad is going to be Vanderbilt's time management. Vanderbilt had a chance, tied 24-24 inside Georgia's 20-yard line. Instead of calling a timeout with 4 seconds left, they ran a play, they ran out of time, and then in overtime, Georgia kicked a field goal in first overtime, and then Vanderbilt's kicker doinked it off the upright. That cost Vandy a great upset and actually allowed Georgia to survive. Georgia loses that game, and they've got a huge uphill battle. They've got a big, bad schedule in the SEC. With what their West opponents are, Auburn, Alabama, I believe, is what their West opponents are, and they have back-to-back games against Tennessee, against first Alabama, then Tennessee. So they really do have a tall order as far as the schedule is concerned. So if they were to lose to someone like Vanderbilt, that would really hurt their chance of winning the division, and of course winning the conference. Then the ugly. The ugly, we have two uglies. The first ugly is a 43% completion rate from Dak Prescott. Dak went 13 for 30 for 163 yards and 1 touchdown against LSU. He almost did manage to bring the Bulldogs back in unbelievable fashion to actually win the game, but he failed. No excuses though. It's going to be interesting to see LSU and Mississippi State. Was that 13 for 30 really because LSU secondary is that good, or did Dak Prescott basically come back for a senior season to kill his position in the NFL draft? We'll figure that out. The other ugly was the fact that I had two issues with I had the same issue with 2 videos that will not be broadcast, and that's unfortunate. Thank God they weren't good games. One of them was a beautiful, let me get up there and show you. One of them was a beautiful upset win by Kentucky over South Carolina. It was a very dominating win by good defense, and has allowed Kentucky to sort of sit in that upset position. There's always a team in the East that's going to be in the SEC East that's going to cause havoc to the rest of the teams, and in some way not manipulate, but I can't even think about it. All I can think about is manipulate and enforce. I don't know exactly where my brain is right now, but yeah, Anyways, there's always that team. Normally, the SEC East actually comes down to who has the easier schedule, but there is that team that every now and then that'll shock and shake up the East Division. Anyways, so that was good. That was, unfortunately, you guys don't get to see that. Very good win by Kentucky. And the other one, which is unfortunate, once again, it's not that easy. It wasn't that close of a game. But it was important for the war between the state of Michigan and the state of Oregon. They had a little game here. Michigan took on Oregon State. Michigan State took on Oregon. I'd call it the first and second leg in aggregate scoring to see who actually would win. I actually said in the Michigan game that since Oregon was away, that a tie would go to them. And sure enough, what you guys didn't get to see in the Oregon-Michigan State game, the first thing that I out of my mouth was about the fact that there was no way Oregon was going to beat Michigan State by 21. Well, they did. So aggregate scoring was 66-66. The win goes to the state of Oregon. How, I don't know. The thing that I hated about it was the fact that what you guys did not get to see was Vernon Adams. Vernon Adams is not on the Oregon Duck roster yet. He is a transfer from Eastern Washington. He has a chance to win the starting job over Lockie. I gave it to him in the Fat Finger college football simulation, and he did well. He did get hurt. That's the reason why Lockie was in there. 14 for 18, 169 yards, one touchdown for what he was doing. Was what he needed to do. Almost 100 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns on the ground. So I think Oregon has a solid replacement for Mariota. I won't say he is as good as Mariota, but at least it's not not just a step down, but normally these are like step down 30 floors. It's just just a half floor maybe. He's still top talent. I do like this guy. I will continue watching him. Hope he can stay healthy throughout the season. Now that we did the good, bad, and the ugly, let's take a look at the. Well, let's just take a look. Make sure the top stories we got when we talked about the Oregon-Michigan State game. Auburn LSU's coming out this week. You will get to see it. LSU is coming off of a win against Mississippi State. Auburn has yet to play in the conference. The last time we saw them was a humiliating loss against Louisville. And speaking of another SEC West battle here, Mississippi, Ole Miss versus Alabama. Ole Miss we have not seen yet this year. They're 2-0 in EA Sims. Bama, we saw them lose against Wisconsin in the Cowboys Classic. So they're gonna need to right the ship here. A good win here, 7-8, very high, top 10 battle. A win here could get Bama back on solid ground with the playoff committee. Talked about the horrible way the Vanderbilt game went down. Seminoles, EA Sim continue to win. We'll eventually see them. Who cares about Nebraska and South Alabama? No offense. Here it is. Kentucky looking to try to run a little bit of a Cinderella season here, and their next opponent, they went from South Carolina. Now they go home to face Florida. There's a very good chance that we'll be seeing that game on Fat Finger. We'll have to figure out how many games we're gonna actually broadcast. Oklahoma, Tulsa, I could care less. Oklahoma, of course, unhappy after their loss to Tennessee. That was broadcast on Fat Finger. Good game overall. Really, really, really good game. High scoring. Good offensive fest. Anyways, no, I'm not going to exit. I do want to get to the top 25, though. So we're going to look at the top 25 here. And not much has changed there with a 1-2, TCU 1, Baylor 2. I have a feeling they're going to be there for a while. I don't think they have too many tough teams until I think next couple weeks they have a lull, and then they get into their Big 12 schedule. And no, I can't just hit more and look at the schedule right now. I haven't. I've only edited up to week 7. Right. Just a little look. Rice. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've only gotten up to week 7. Okay. Oregon moved up after the good game against Michigan State. There's USC actually dropped back a little bit, even though they won. In all these top 5 games, Georgia, South Carolina. So right there, the top 5 teams don't play anybody, and they should stay just the way they are. With the exception of maybe Alabama might jump like a Georgia or something. We'll see. Georgia should win their game against South Carolina. Then we have a good game there, 7 versus 8. Notre Dame's got the Rudy game against Georgia Tech. We probably will channel our inner NBC and bring that to you. Actually, we will. It's a top 25 game. Yeah, we will. Ohio State and IU, not a big deal. Michigan State tries to rebound there. Clemson, Louisville. There you go. That will definitely be broadcast. Clemson, not really that good. Louisville, better than anybody expected. Louisville could flat out start off their season with 2 huge blowouts. Ooh, just gonna, it's gonna show me Clemson. Don't really care. LSU, Auburn will probably have. Arkansas, Texas Tech. We could care less about. Wisconsin, Troy, don't care. So that's what we're looking at here. Let's just look at the 51-10, 14. Yikes. There we go. Yeah, I'm up to here. As you can see, NC State's on here twice. This is I've added the week up to here. 2 Clemsons. Gotta love it. NC State's gonna get crushed. Alright, boys and girls, that's a quick little recap. I guess it's not as quick as I want. Yeah, somewhere around 10 minutes. It's quick enough. Alright, guys. Hope you're enjoying the season. Hope you enjoy the next bunch. This week's going to be fun. The SEC, Big 12, Big 10 haven't really started up yet. So if you're fans of the Big 10, Big 12, you're going to have to hold on for yet another week. More SEC stuff coming your way. But other than that, I hope you guys have fun during the season. Do me a favor and subscribe. There's a little inner fun thing going on between me and a couple people I know, laughing about a Shih Tzu channel having 300 and some odd subscribers versus what I have. So, do me a favor. I'm trying to beat the dog. So please subscribe. Y'all have fun now.